Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. Before I get started, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Y'all see what the title is, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pronto.
I was just talking about the feminist movement as a whole. Um, Obviously, this is bigger than us. I feel as though the system is painting its own narrative. So, back in the 1930s, 1940s, family was a big deal. Women stayed at home, and somehow, like the culture changed, and it just kept changing, just kept getting worse. Ideally, I would like for the woman to stay at home, and for the man to be like the breadwinner and go out and work. But because the way the system is, everything's expensive. Jobs, everything that's going on now, it's kind of hard to actually, live that. And it's a whole cultural change period. So when I say that that it contributes to single motherhood, yeah, I think the whole system as a whole, which we all agree, is just changing the whole culture of how we think about being a family, being one. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
All right, so y'all seen what JR had to say on this. So basically, what they're talking about, just to preface it real quick, is the breakdown of what happened with at the rise of single motherhood. And JR asked everybody to bring up some variables. You know what I'm saying? They brought up Tawana in the beginning. She was all right until this question right now. Y'all just heard what JR said, or why he felt single motherhood was an issue or rise, especially in the black community. But Tawana said something about women having to hold themselves accountable and not you see you dealing with a guy that doesn't have that has multiple kids, and he not being there for his children. Why would you have a baby with him and then think he gonna do you any different? All like by time. So it seemed like it was a progressive, conducive conversation. You know what I'm saying? And then when JR said something about the feminist movement, and for as women being in the work field, then here go Bniks getting moist, and here go Tawana getting masculine. So I'm gonna let y'all see some more before I really go in, part by part. But let's just let's get back into it.
But it does create now another aspect in which I'm thinking from, that I think there's a lot of vulnerable men, or I think, what was the term y'all use? Women haters or something, hater of women. That I think there are some men that are haters of women that don't like women in the workplace, and they may feel that that's part of the issue, that women technically need to be at home, and they are the ones that are contributing as to why they're single, because they shouldn't be working. There are haters of women that look at the world from that viewpoint. Not to say you all are haters of women, but they do exist.
I'm not a fan of women.
See, now let me say something on that part right there. Just because they said for us women being at home, taking care of the family, and the man going out to get the bread, I don't see how that's a woman hater. A woman hater would be somebody, oh, I don't like women in the workplace because they're annoying, they this, and this, that. They didn't say nothing about them being home and focusing on the family unit. I'm going to go get the bread, I'm going to provide for my woman. So this is where we have an issue with, beta males like Bniks, is because you're just trying to agree with everything women say to get some brownie points. And it's like, bro, that's not the guys. Essentially, men don't say that. Yeah, you got some misogynistic guys out there that might say that, but that's not an overall totality. Actually, it's more guys like Bniks than guys like JR and Anton that feel the way of, what I'm saying, I want my woman to not have to have this pressure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Anton say it, and watch how they still try to misconstrue what this brother said.
Working. Yeah, I'm right away. Problem of a.
Here we go. You know what, Anton? You always find a way for us to do this disconnect. You was really on board with all your props, man. But
context matters.
It all leads up to that, though. It all
no. So context matters.
You support one thing, it all leads up to the.
No, context matters. So let me give you some insight. So for example, women's bodies just naturally are not built to take on the load and the things that men take on as it relates to some jobs. Now, I'm not saying that women shouldn't work. I think that women should not take on the level of burden that men take on in the workplace. So for example,
I don't want to see certain women like in a war, you know what I'm saying, on the field. I don't want to see women, you know, as linemen, as the repairmen of these facilities where there's a higher expectancy of death related to, you know, the issues in that situation.
I'm serious, right? Like, this is a serious conversation that we have in JR. Like, you.
Let me finish. Okay. I don't.
Like, and you see how she got upset, and Anton, hopefully y'all still follow him, is breaking it down really well. So let's get back to it.
I don't want to see women lifting heavy things when it comes to construction. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that your bodies are built for the level of impact that men's bodies build on. So what I do, or what's empowered within my relationship, is I'm going to take on the overwhelming majority of burden when it comes to bringing in income. Now, what I do is say, let me empower you to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to work, I want you to work, but I don't want you to be required to do the level of things that I have to do to ensure that we're okay. Work, but do something that's fulfilling to you, or do something that's conducive to what you feel like continues to contribute to our family structure, or do something that's passionate for you. I'm not saying that women shouldn't work, but I'm saying that what we define as work for women should not be required in the same way that it's required for men. I don't know how you can disagree with that.
Now, I'm sure everybody with good mental capacities understand this, especially people that are not brainwashed or so indoctrinated in this society of what we have now with the left, whatever you want to call it, understand what he just said. Listen, do you want to see a woman out there working, doing construction work because she feels she has to? Or is she doing it because she wants to? When you see women out there who do road work, are they doing it because they have to or because they want to? When you see women that are plumbers, electricians, garbage truck drivers, are they doing it because they have to or because they want to? Those are two different things, and that's what he's saying. Doing it because you're passionate, not because you have to. What is so hard to understand about that?
All right, here we go. You know what? I retract my statement. We do have haters of women that are part of this call tonight. But
y'all see that? Bniks is so moist that he actually just said Anton hates women because he's saying he wants a woman to have the option, which I thought the fem movement was about, wasn't it? To have the option, right? Okay.
You think that's a hater of a woman?
Yeah.
Who see, again, this goes back to the aspect of privilege where, again, men don't realize the level of privilege they have. Who are we as men to say what type of jobs women should work and women should not work?
I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't work any specific job. I'm saying that naturally, because I'm physically more gifted as a...
Let's hold that thought real quick. He said, who are men to say what women should or should not do? Anton did not say anything like that. He said women shouldn't have to because they feel they have to. He's saying a woman to have a choice, for a woman to have a choice. But Bniks is so moist, he's trying to get these brownie points from women that a lot of women don't even really want. So to say we have the privilege, you know, whatever privilege we got that we're so-called privileged and entitled to, guess what? If you a man, you don't know how to change a tire. You don't know how to cut a lawn. You don't know how to change a light bulb. You don't know how to do nothing that men know how to do. You don't know how to screw nothing in with a screwdriver, Phillips, or a flathead. You don't know how to do none of that. Guess whatever privilege we got? We got the privilege to be talked down upon, called lazy, sorry, good for nothing. We also got that. So, but guess what? If a woman can't change a tire, is they gonna say that about a woman? No. If a woman don't know how to use a screwdriver or a hammer or a wrench, are they gonna say that to a woman? No. So who's really privileged? Men are not privileged because they have to be men and they have to be producers and protectors and providers. That's not a fucking privilege. That's expected of us. A privilege, like I said, is if a woman knows how to change a tire or not, she's not expected to. That's a privilege. She doesn't have to know how to. Matter of fact, real shit, I know about some women who don't even have to pump their own gas. I done heard stories about women running out of gas and then their husband come in to put gas in their car. That's how privileged that's privilege. So apparently some idiots like Beta Bniks, that's what the B probably stand for, Beta Bniks, Blue Pill Bniks, doesn't understand what the difference is. But let's keep going.
Relates to the amount of impact and stress that my body can take just from being a man. That's just the way that we were built. There's things that I'm going to be better at than some women, overwhelmingly. And that's a fact. Like, men are going to be able to take more as it relates to construction. Men are going to be a lot more effective when it comes to the stress that our bodies can take as linemen. Men are going to be more impactful when it comes to the wars that have been fought historically on the battlefield. That's not saying that I'm a woman hater. That's saying that I want to empower women to be able to do the things that they're best at. I think that women are overwhelmingly better than us at nurturing. For example, there's women that are, and I'm not saying that men can't be nurses, but women have historically, even in societies where they've tried to even the playing field in the healthcare field, women are better doctors. Women are better nurturers. They're better nurses. And that's just one example. So what I'm saying is, I think that women should overwhelmingly be looking to embrace the things that they love and that they truly want to do, versus trying to equal the playing field and saying, it's this many construction workers, so we need this many construction women. I think that people should just naturally evolve and migrate to the spaces where they're overwhelmingly talented in. That's not hating women. That's saying, I want to empower you to be the best version of you.
All right, I just got one comment I want to make. Go ahead, Tawana.
You all see why the disparity exists between men and women, and why people don't report abuse. This is the type of thing he's perpetuating. This entire masculine, a man can do it better and he's the forefront. Like, this is exactly why that whole conversation that we talked about prior to this exists, because of that type of mentality and thinking. Just in general, I'm just saying.
I just felt like more women would probably appreciate that. I mean,
okay, well, no. Because every woman don't want to be defined by what you believe a man.
Well, now, but
don't believe that.
But if we take it back, if we take it back to the 1940s, when families were staying together, when everything was based on the family, it worked. But now, since times has changed, now women, they want to do more. Like, they want to be equal across the board, and we don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying that, wouldn't it be nice to be able to just sit back at the house, relax, focus on the kids, not to have any worries or doing anything streams on your body, and just let the man do it. I don't see anything.
Hey, oh my God. Hey, I'm sorry, Jay, to cut you off, man. Hey, man, this is crazy right now, man. I don't know. I must live on another planet, because I don't follow nothing you just said, man. I really don't, and I wasn't really trying to steer it in that direction. But y'all,
I'm not saying women can't do it, but I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice?
That's what you are saying, though.
No, I never said women couldn't do it.
What we're saying is that women should have the option of whether or not they want to work or they don't. Nobody is saying that women can't work. We're saying that we want to empower you to do the things that you want to do versus doing the things that we have to do as providers in the relationship. And
the reason I brought up about the 1940s, because I was talking about the New Deal.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop them right now and finish this up. This is why I titled the video the way I did, that I'm glad they're gone, because Tawana is a super fembot, and even though Anton just sit there and said within his relationship and what he sees with women, he would rather it be to where these women have the choice to do what they want to do. And I thought that was what the whole fem movement was about. So you have a man saying it, and then she's arguing, talking about that's the problem because these women hate us. So let me get this straight. So Tawana, from my understanding, she makes a pretty decent living with what she does, but the guy she married makes more than her. So why you didn't marry a guy that makes less than you? Oh, that's right, because the woman part of you, the instinct part of you, or the sport bred in you, the way you was raised, whatever it may be, wants a guy to still be the provider and the protector, right? Right? How many times do we hear women say, oh, a lot of times women work because they baby daddies or husbands or men that they dealt with are lazy, right? How many times have we heard that? How many times have we heard that a man's not taking care of his responsibilities? That's why women put him on child support. How many times have we heard, oh, a man right here knocking up all these women, not taking care of his responsibilities? He not working. He not helping the family out. This is why a woman's doing this. This is why the mother out there working so hard, because she has no choice. So you mean to tell me that these women wanted to do that? The problem is with women like her, they just want to find some kind of reason just to argue, to prove that women can do whatever. And that's the problem. You got females like her, these super fembots, that try to say they're not part of that movement, but they are. And I know women like that personally who say they're not, but they say the key words and still act like this and still get aggressive and get masculine, like she got a set of weights on the floor. So you say all this, what a man's supposed to do, what men not doing, and that's why women are doing. I hear black women say this all the time, but then they'll turn around and say they want the option to work. They want to be successful. They want to chase their own dreams. But then they'll still turn around and expect the man to come in and have more money than they got to take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, really what it is? A lot of these women want a Russell Wilson that they can have that option, but they want to play independent. All right? Whatever the situation from Tawana and all the videos I've seen, the stuff she says, she's in between, she's confused, and she's neurotic. This is what I see in the arguments. And it really frustrates me, because you will have men saying that they want to give the woman the option, they want to come in and do that, but they still gonna stand on two as men and not be spineless. And then you have women try to argue against that. Then you got Beta Bniks, who wants to get these brownie points for women, and you heard clearly what the man said. So respectfully, I'm glad they gone. I'm sorry, I'm glad they not on the show no more, because it's so annoying to hear that. And I ain't gonna lie, when with Kayla and Kay, whenever they ain't on the show no more, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be glad, because I want to see more women on there that have conversations like they got some damn sense and stop always trying to take things so personal. Now that might be the gist of the show, and you know, JR and Anton do that on purpose, whatever. But still, it's kind of annoying. So Tawana Bniks gone. Good. This your boy JT Opposite from the North. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll be back. You know how we do it over here. Chip.